I don't really feel like doing much. But you know, I watched Deej doing all that, digging with Deej doing all that rock hunting and this and that. I just wanted to get in here and dig a little bit. All these rocks that you see, I picked out of a field by hand and brought them here to kind of use them for a landscaping deal around my little flower bed, if you want to call it that. The dogs have a tremendous time getting them out of formation. But as I'm picking these rocks out in the field, I find some interesting things. Like, hey Spud, you know, when this rock was formed, did this get stuck in the hole of a tree or something? Hey, don't you do that. I just planted those. I find some. Hey, Jamie, I'm looking at my rocks. I watch Deej, and she's always finding some cool rocks. I haven't seen any since September. Now it's all white everywhere. Oh, Gene, is it snowing? So, let's see if I can get this thing to focus, y'all. And my hands are dirty, of course. But just looking at different pieces of rock that I found. Tuda. A lot of these were, and I have my phone hanging around my neck. A lot of these have been chopped by the tractors in the field, because they came out of, there was a born there on the property that caught fire in the 80s. Look at my dirty hands. And so these rocks were there for years. So one day while I'm trespassing, the owner drives up. Of course, it's a man, I know. And I figured I was doing him a favor by picking up the rocks. He said, Lord, yes. Because, I mean, it affects their tractor equipment. But sometimes I find some really cool stuff. Of course, they're dirty, but the insides of these. And there were like some really big ones that were there. And those were the ones I was mainly going after. Don't you dig up Mama's. Look what you did already. You knocked one down, you dirty, filthy animal. Oh, stand that back up. Look at this, holy moly. What? Look at this, pretty cool. Look, did you just urinate on my flower? That's not how I want them watered, son. Hi, Sass. Let's see. Isn't this pretty? I have no idea what it is, but again, that's one of those ones that got probably cut with the disc on the tractor. Here's a pretty cool one. Got a hole in there. Tuda, get down off Mama. I'm trying to find, oh, this one's got some cool stuff. If you can look closely, you'll see. It's pretty neat. This is pieces of concrete. I need to move out of the way. Now, you know, just because I want to show y'all some interesting stuff, none of it is really showing its face here today. This one I thought was so neat. And you can see the ridges are raised. Have no idea. I don't know if that's a piece of petrified wood. I don't know if it was caught up against something. This one too. You can see some interesting lines on it. But yeah, every one of these I picked up by hand. Let's see what's hiding right here. I know, Spud, I know. I got some more subscribers from people wanting to know the information about Scentsy. And I shared on some of the other videos that I had some pertinent information. So they subscribed. Yeah, it's warm. It's muggy today. I'm just not feeling it. Just not feeling it. That looks like teeth. So, and I don't know what this big one is. It's kind of unusual. I'm just wondering if any of this is flint. Now, not far from where I picked up these rocks, the name of the place is like Indian Bayou, okay? And there was not far from there some Indian mounds. I've never found an arrowhead, though. Never found an arrowhead. And I've looked. And I think I've put a video up in the past where I was out there. To listen. So all along my shed here, there, rocks, somebody had dumped them down a road. And yes, happy Fat Tuesday, happy Mardi Gras, y'all. The crap is baking out in New Orleans like people are stupid, because they are stupid. Hate stupid people. So I picked these up. The majority of the ones that I did pick up, actually, I used around the culvert where you have to cross a little ditch to come into our driveway. And what you think made those perfect holes in there? And so these were the ones left over. And I said, well, I'm just going to put them here because I had stuff planted here at one time, but it held the moisture and it was starting to rust at the bottom of the shed. And I'm like, nah, we're not going to have any of that. Yeah, I really do have some good ones somewhere in here. And I always think, I'll put them right here so I'll remember exactly where these unique ones are. Well, that's as good as nothing. So it's we've got some grass growing out here. This is ryegrass we had planted because there are some spots in the yard that get bare because we don't have real dirt. We have clay. And so during the summer when it gets really hot, the ground cracks, the grass dies. Oh, so somebody gave me this, and I have not been able to identify it or anything. But it is interesting nonetheless. I think this was, somebody got this in Arkansas years ago. And it was sitting in this lady's flower bed, and she knew I collected like rocks and bricks and stuff. So she gave me that. I think it's most interesting. I do. Let's see. I wish I could identify what some of this stuff actually is. But I picked all that by hand. Look at that big one, y'all. And look at this one. Look closely. If I can get it to focus without it blurring out. tiny, tiny little pores. Oh, y'all. So I've been cutting trees, smaller trees that aggravate me. And I've been stacking the wood. Not big ones, y'all. But I still have to cut all these other trees up. Because all this right here was jungle. Of course, Jamie knows and Spud knows that I kind of let a little fire get out of control there. So on the other side, it kind of burned up. So I said, well, I'll just... And I don't like the way this looks. That just kills me. Just kills me. Don't like it one bit. So y'all can see I still have to go around and pick up some limbs and cut up some stuff that Paul just uses it for the burn pit we have in the backyard or whatever. So it's not like it needs to be phenomenal. And here is where the burnage took over without my knowledge, because I thought I had the leaves. Yes, bud. That's what Paul says too. But I thought I had the leaves confined to like a certain area, because this right here, what you see, that's called a slough. It's kind of like a little mini bayou ditch kind of thing. But yeah, it burnt, yeah, all this. We had those there. But it's not funny, really, bruh. So we had those there because we're going to connect it here so that we could eliminate this little ditch washing out. Well, they got a little melted. I'm just here to tell you. They got a little melted. So, not funny, Spud, not one bit. Now, this is a wisteria vine, and I cut it back every year. And I initially started with that center right there. Oh, Gene, listen. Boo. So, yeah, I have broken insulators that are in here. There's a bottle up against that tree over there. This, I don't know if you can see, it's covered by leaves and stuff. All of this, all the way around, is nothing but some insulators. Now here, I dug these out and moved them because there was a massive ant pile. And frankly, I don't do ants. So this whole little thing right here is lined with insulators and a bottle. But you can see that the tree roots are pushing this up, so I'll have to redo all this. And there's the pole that Paul built me to put some insulators on. Now, the top portion up here, we had a transition station insulator, but it weighed about 200 pounds. I know, Spud, there's a lot I need to be doing in my spare time. But that transition insulator was so heavy. I mean, it couldn't support the weight of it, so we took it down. And these are some insulators. And these are old ones that might have cracks and fractures and stuff. Those are some of the pins. Yeah, some of these are like damaged, like you can see right here. And there's some more wood I got to pick up and bring to the back because I cut that tree limb off of that tree and cut some additional trees down. Oh, listen, y'all, our garbage is so stinky. Let me tell y'all what I did. I put a little box, I'm going to see if they took it, on top of our garbage can. And it had 3 Scentsy room sprays in it. And I told them that I apologize for my garbage stinking and that I hope it helped. So when I say I live in the woods, y'all, literally, like, I do. Okay, so here is my, what you call that thing? A mailbox. And those are 3 transition station insulators that Paul welded and bolted together. And I kind of need to clean my mailbox. And I kind of, rough like I am, empty. Yeah, here's those other ones that I kind of threw around here. I added some more dirt the other day because I have canna lilies that grow right here. But I did add some of those other kind of whatever lilies they are. And look, I want to show y'all something. Y'all see this on the ground? Y'all know what that is? Look at them little feet. That is some armadillos. And everywhere that they dug, it's going to come up some ants. It's going to come up some ants. So these little trees right here, Paul and I planted. We'd go in the woods and we'd find them. So what's the problem with that? You see those electric lines? Slimco comes, and if there are any trees that have limbs that are going to affect cars, they have this poison, and it would kill Jesus. I'm not kidding, y'all. I think that one is kind of, So they're all at different stages of growth, but I come, Jamie, I come and I clip them to try to keep them a certain height because I don't want them getting, like, too big, because, and this right here, like, we keep this clear because the electric line's going this way. So when they come, we stop them and we're like, no, 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 no. We'll take care of this. And like, we're going to check back. That's fine. You can check back, Boopsie. You can check back. Now, see, all right here, I cleared this out because I was wanting to pull. This is all some wild blackberries. And I wanted to pull out. They had some trees that were growing up in here. And frankly, I didn't appreciate it. So we pulled them up. And you see that stick that's sticking up out of the ground there? This is, you can see the root. And this is what was causing trees to grow in here. The tractor. See, look at there. We got the tractor and we pulled them out of the ground because I want to have nothing but blackberries here, even though they're wild. Now, I do have 2 regular good blackberry bushes, and hopefully this year will be the first year that they actually produce. See, like this is hanging in my face. That's got to go. I'm going to get my pole saw. I'm going to cut that down. Can't stand tree limbs hanging overhead. See, like I tried to clear out this line. I mean, the tree limbs can go high and left for my preference, okay? But I don't want, like, see, this is sticking out. That's not going to work. So where our house is, oh, look, there's another little tree in there I can get. Y'all see it? Let's see, right there. So, all this is some wild blackberry bushes too, and it grows thick as all get out. And the rabbits, I think, love to get in there because a lot of times you can see that? They've been passing in there. And then the dogs follow them. But as well as the wild blackberries, there's this other kind of vine that grows in there. And it is a vine that makes some big, long rootage. And it's very invasive, and I don't appreciate it. Because, like, I'll come, I have this, these clippers that are on a pole, and I will clip all this stuff so that it doesn't hang over, because I mow right here. And right here, I actually have some flowers planted. So they'll come up, but I had to mow that down. I can't stand those sticks. There's a nice little trail. Y'all see it? Blackberries fruit on second year canes. Older canes will not produce. I don't know what that means. Okay, so this will be the third year. I got I got the blackberry piece from Mr. Eddie. This will be the third year, but we've moved it once. This will be the third year. So now he did make one blackberry last year, and the other one we planted last year too. It's a thornless. What did this dog drag in the yard? The ones that come out of the ground this year will fruit next year. Okay, I got you. Who's that? Okay, that was package. Now I have muscadine vines over here. Now they did, when we bought them last year, they did have a few on there that I did get to enjoy. So I'm anxious to see what they're gonna do this year, but I really need to look up when to fertilize them. Hey Spud, you recognize that, Spud? Oh, Gene, nice. I would give for that. So this particular vine, we moved it here last year. I've had it since 2015. It's never made anything. It has never made a thing, but of course, there's this male, female, bada 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 going on. Now, both of these are self-pollinating, and they had fruit on them last year. So I'm hoping maybe by putting this one here, it'll kind of help pollinate. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Have to net them or the birds and raccoons eat them all. Oh no. A small outside nut house? What you mean, Spoo? You know we nutty around here. I ain't making no houses for nothing to acquire nuts, because that would include squirrels, rats, and mice. And I don't do that. We don't do that. So, yeah, I need to be making better use of my time today, y'all, but it's just so. And Paul just sent me a message. This is where we plant the Gordon. I have ryegrass planted here. Okay, y'all here? Can y'all hear me now? Hello. Hello. Yep, okay. So, Spud, this is the road. That's my neighbor's house. Our property starts right here at that white pole, okay? And your house would be right here. That extra electrical pole is connected there. So, like, see, there was a house one time. You can see the gravel they had for the driveway. And so, yeah, we would put your house right here. And our property, you can see there's a little line of little orange flags right in there. So, yeah, the neighbor has his water and his Gordon. Let's see, water and Gordon actually on our property. But from here on back is ours. But this is where you would be, Spud, right here. This is where you'd be. Great place, yeah. Not too far, not too close. Yep. So, And the sewage is under here somewhere from when the house was here before. Hanoa. So this is one driveway we used to come in. And then we have the other driveway. That's the gravel driveway. Look, big doggy prints. I wonder who made those. I don't know what kind of print that is. That ain't a doggy. Oh, Spud. Oh, no. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. You know what? I thought that was Spud. But y'all see all this brown dirt? Doggy. Y'all see all this brown dirt? Let me tell y'all what that's from. So when I go on the tractor and I get in some mud and it's sticking to my tires and stuff, but it's not Spud. I'm sorry to disappoint you. It wasn't poop. But when I get on the tractor and the mud is sticking to the tires, I tell my husband, okay, I'm going to clean the tractor. So what I do is, aha, look at them look at that. Mashed trail. Sass, you get out of there. So, I take off on the tractor in 4th gear. All it can go. And all the mud just come flying off the tires. So that's what you see. All those pieces of random brown dirt. That's off the tractor tires. Yep. See, look at that. I just ride all over the yard, down the road, and just flip. Try not to go in the gravel because the gravel will stick to the tires when they full of mud like that. But that's what that is. Yep, well, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. Look at this. Steal some pecans. Spud, look. Steal some pecan. But they not good. Look at that. My fingernails are gross. I gotta go inside and clean myself. Y'all have a good day and much love and smooches. And I hope y'all got more courage today than I do. So, bye for now, y'all. Let's see how I end this.